Yeah, and it really, really is, because today it is important. It really, really is. I've got to let you know, Kristina Murrell is joining us, and not quite sure where she is this morning. I'm going to ask her about that. But of course, Sonny King's here with us as well, coming out of North Carolina, and believe me, absolutely love the work that Sonny does. Big fan of his work, I really, really am. And a huge fan of Kristina Murrell. Believe me, I know you guys are too, because even though we know Kristina, you know something? She is on The Breakfast Show almost every morning. Check this out. You request it.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Kristina Murrell, and you can hear my new single, So Good, right here on Galaxy 107 FM.
Galaxy FM.
What is hot in here? It really is. How are you guys going?
Good.
Kristina, where are you today? Are you in North Carolina?
Yeah, I'm in North Carolina as well.
Okay, you're just not together.
Pardon me?
You're just not together.
Oh, yeah, not together today, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not off work.
Ah, I see. I thought literally you almost lived in Sonny's studio.
Hard worker.
dear. I want to give a shout out to Thornell Jones Jr. as well. It's an absolute pleasure, my friend, to have you as a friend. Of course, Sonny knows that Thornell Jones Jr. is a friend of ours. He's also a 13-time Grammy selector. He's got awards, 13 awards for us, literally. But the point I'm making here, Sonny, you might be interested in this. One of our Galaxy artists coming out of the Philippines has been picked up by Thornell.
Malaysia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Sorry, coming out of Malaysia. Yeah. Her name is Leah Mita. Now, I first met Leah almost a year ago now. A friend of mine was having a concert in India, and she was on stage, and I said to Barbara, this is a fantastic artist. Literally, she's almost born for the stage. You can just get the feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we've been promoting a couple of albums of hers since then. He knows it?
Yeah, no, he knows Jay.
Oh, he knows Jay. Oh, of course, you know Jay. Well, it was Jay that was doing the festival, if you know what I mean, and she was on stage there. So Barbara got in touch with Jay, got us a couple of interviews, and before you know it, we're releasing more new work.
Franco.
And this morning I found out that Thornell's knocking on her door.
Absolutely. And congratulations to Thornell as well. He's the chapter governor for the Recording Academy in Florida.
Brilliant. Now you're telling me something I didn't know. Well done. That's fantastic. Joan Muchin.
Joan
is on board. Nice to have you on board, Joan. It really is. Tony Ramos is with us. Dan Washburn. I'm loving your new work too, by the way, Dan. Bo Gregory and Franco Nanucci's joining us. Nice. It's very, very cool. Anyway, let's have some fun. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today, believe me, it is an absolute pleasure to bring to you guys a very, very famous man in his own right. I've got to be honest, Sonny King, coming out of North Carolina, and he's joined this morning by Kristina Murrell. Now, believe me, you guys know Kristina, seeing she's one of the highest rating requested artists here at Galaxy on The Breakfast Show. She really, really is. So, you know, it's an absolute pleasure to have both of you back. Welcome back, guys.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, thank you for having us. Thank you.
It's always a pleasure to catch up with you guys. And Kristina, I got to let you know, literally, it's so good. It's just so good. People keep asking for it. What's the hidden secret behind this track?
It's so good. But no, it's the vibe of the song. It's very catchy. I think it's something. Even when I played it, like sometimes I'll just be going through the day and I keep hearing my voice so good in my head. Something about it is just very catchy. You just want to keep listening to it.
You know, that is so indicative of what is being received here at Galaxy. Literally, there's so many people think it really is so good. And Sonny, I got to really give you your props. It is an absolute masterpiece. Take long to make?
You know, our process is different. When I go in, I try to come up with something that fits her vibe, fits Kristina's vibe. It didn't take me a long time to come up with the music itself, but when we get together, once we get in the studio, it's a couple of hours and we'll crank one out, for real. We can crank it out pretty fast.
You know, it is so good. It really, really is. And I'm not making fun of it. It really is. I'm saying that. Now,
Thank you.
I've been meaning to ask you this for a long time now, Kristina. Initially, you come from Barbados.
Right.
Why did you go to North Carolina?
I don't know. So it was closer to Virginia. So when I came to America, I had some family in Virginia. You know, I went to high school and college in Virginia. But then we decided, you know, we just wanted a little more. Just, you know, the lifestyle is kind of different. Greensboro, I guess, has a little bit more of a city life, just compared to Virginia. So we just moved.
Yep, believe me, I would move out of Virginia as well, to be honest with you. It really would. I'd go to somewhere stupid like New Zealand. Have you ever seen Lord of the Rings? Go on, it's nice. We have nice people here too. Now, Kristina, believe me, I'm really, really excited about this because I'm always up for a bit of listening. You know, if you want to give me a few lessons, I'm up for that. So tell me about Love Lessons.
Oh, Love Lessons. I love this song. This is just really, you know, over here it's kind of summertime. It's upbeat, it's fresh, it's new. And I just think all age groups would enjoy it as well. It's clean. It's just the instruments in it. It was just well put together.
And Sonny, this yet again is another masterpiece. Now, I got to let you know, we have been playing this. People have been listening to it going, who, what, when, where, and how, because literally we haven't said a lot about it. We normally put a few tracks in there that we don't talk about just to see what the reaction is, you know, dipping the toe in the water. And when we have played this, literally our receptionist Sue comes in and goes, what the heck have you done now? Because we're getting inundated with requests for this, wanting to know more about it. So tell me all about the process of putting together Love Lessons.
Absolutely. As you mentioned, Kristina, she's from Barbados, so I'm always trying to sneak in that Caribbean vibe, something that speaks to her home, you know. And then since she had the placement on Netflix with Never Come Down, we'd be getting a lot of traction from people wanting to hear that vibe from her and wanting to hear that Caribbean vibe. So that was the first thing I wanted to go to. And I know she had this vision of doing something that had like a kind of a retro feel to it. So I'm like, let's add that retro feel to that Caribbean vibe and let's see what comes out.
You know,
And I think it got good.
Yeah, well, I got to agree with you 110%. It's fast becoming one of my favourite tracks as well. And just while we're on the subject, I do have a young lady by the name of Anita. She's asking, you know, as a young fan and a young artist herself, what would be the best information you could give or advice you could give Anita in the process of getting to the stages you're at, Kristina?
All right, so yeah, definitely, you know, you have to start somewhere. You know, it doesn't just happen. So I remember I started about 2 years now, and I had no idea all this stuff will be happening. I know, you know, Sonny gave me that drive, and he just told me, you know, he just gives me that motivation to keep going. So, you know, I really look forward to it. And if I can look back from like 2 years when I first started, I would have never thought that, you know, songs would be being heard and I'll be doing interviews. So it's like, it's a fun journey, and I can't wait to see what will happen in like the next 2 years. And you do have to start somewhere, and as long as you're consistent with it, you will see the results.
Absolutely. Absolutely, and I kind of gather to surround yourself with good people as well. People in the industry, feed off their information, believe me, take it on board, and you never know. You might be tomorrow's success, much like today's success. Here is Kristina Murrell and Love Lessons. Gosh, it's hot in here. It really is. Oh, I see George Prophet's on board. Hello, George. I wonder whose t-shirt I'm wearing today. It's very cool. I love it. Oh, Plexomatic is in there as well. Hello, buddy. How is the White House? Nice to have you on board, my friend. It really, really is.
Hi, JB from Living Room Rockstars.
Oh, JB Striker. Absolutely. Nice to have you on board. Paul Harkins is in there from the Heartland Roots band. Nice to have you on board, Harko. Of course, coming out of Leicester in the UK. Tony Black's in there as well. Quite a following for this particular interview. We've been getting quite a lot of people saying, can't wait to see this one. So believe me, guys, very, very honoured that you're joining us.
And we appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to everybody out there. Thank y'all for tuning in.
An absolute pleasure to be able to bring it to the rest of the world. How many countries are tuned in right now? 169 countries are tuned in.
Wow.
That's fantastic. Most of them, I got to admit, are English-speaking countries, but I've got a few in there that aren't, and I don't know how that one works.
Yeah.
I would hate to hear my voice if it's translated into somebody else's language.
Yeah.
Yet again, I hate to hear my voice anyway. I do. Do you ever get that, Kristina? Do you ever hate to hear your own voice?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Does it sound different to what you think it sounds like?
Yeah, my talking voice, but I love hearing my voice on a track and in the studio, but my talking voice,
Well, you're lucky. You're lucky. Literally, I can't sing. Okay? I wouldn't do that to people. It could cause blindness. You know what I mean? So, believe me, I'm absolutely a fan of anybody that can actually sing a song as good as you. Really. Seriously. I actually lie. I do sing. I sing tenor, or maybe 12 miles away from anybody that can hear me.
10 or 12 miles. I see what you did right there.
It's true, I tell you. Honestly. I've had people wanting to sue me for ear damage. I gave up.
Oh.
Love lessons keep on playing. Pressure, more pressure. Pleasure come with me.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today I'm joined by not only Kristina Murrell, but the man himself, Sonny King. Believe me, he brings out some awesome music out of his studios. Big fan of his work, I really, really am. Now, Kristina, I got to ask you, as a fan, how do we get hold of you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? Are you a talker? I've asked you this before, but more importantly, do you respond?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't, literally. Besides being some funky people out there, I got to be honest with you, I never find the time to do so. Believe me, it's a wonder that people just don't inundate you right now and sitting there on your phone. You never get anything done.
Right, you're right.
And of course, Sonny, you know, he must have somebody to do that job for him anyway. So, you know what I mean? I don't want to ask him that. Simply because I know what it's like, and I do have somebody that does it for me. But sometimes you never know. I might actually respond myself, which is tricky, you know what I mean? I might sit there. It's not often that they actually let me loose with my own phone anymore. I've been caught doing some weird stuff with it, you know what I mean? Like playing games. The wife comes in and goes, well, it's not earning any money, so yeah, give me the phone. So I'm away, you know. Believe me, I do have people answer for me. But you never know, it might be me. No Days Without You. Now, believe me, this is a fantastic track, and I've only heard it a number of times. I've got to be honest with you, it's pretty fresh to me. So before we get into that, I just want to cover something. The last time we spoke, we were talking about a TV movie trailer, something like that. Tell me more about this, because believe me, I was fascinated at the time. Have you done any more of this?
We're definitely working on more. That was for Netflix. It was called Perfect Match. We did episode 6 of Love is Savage. It was a great experience, and they're asking us to make some more music. And actually, that show Perfect Match is up for a second season. That'll probably be out either later this year or the beginning of next year. So that's what No Days Without You is really about. It's a pop track. It's fresh. It's up tempo. And we're putting that in some films and some TV shows as well. So be on the lookout for it. That's coming soon.
You know, when I heard it, I thought, this has got television written all over it. I really, really did. So I'm on the right vein here. I've got to be honest. I really did hear this and thought, you know, I'm going to see it on a series somewhere. I really, really am. So congratulations, folks. Believe me, I think this is fantastic work. I really, really do. And it's brand new. Let's break it to the world. Here's Kristina Murrell, No Days Without You, and I'm going to get her to explain it very, very shortly. But first of all, let's check it out. Yeah, I didn't think I was wrong. When I first heard it, I thought, you know, this is perfect for television.
Absolutely. You got a good ear, man. That's a good ear. You heard it. Absolutely.
Old school. Old school.
Yes, sir.
You know,
yes, sir.
Not quite getting there with the horn yet, but it's not too far away. I better watch what I say, because one of the staff members might actually get me one just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
Well, we got your walking stick.
You don't have to be crazy to work here, but it helps.
It helps. Right.
Yeah, it does. It does, literally. Dear, oh dear, dear. I was reading in the news in New York, there was a lady that was being held up by gunpoint. Then the guy asked her for a date. Would you go out with him?
I'll say yes, and then I'll call for help.
Yeah, right, dear, dear. That's nuts. It's like in Auckland here in New Zealand. A young lady this morning was in the news saying, and true deal, really, really was, she suddenly realised that the Uber taxi that she was in wasn't her Uber taxi. It was a fake Uber. The guy asked for the money and then asked for her boobs, show me your boobs, and then give me your phone number and address. I mean, suddenly you would think, am I in the right car?
That's crazy.
It is, it is.
You know, we have crazy people here.
Gotta be careful.
Oh, believe me, we have some colourful citizens in our country, I've got to be honest with you. Timothy Stanton Dial is joining us. Nice to have you on board, Timothy. Wario Tordius is back. Nice to have you back again. And Samantha Sheldon Eubanks, nice to have you as well. JD on Cat, hello brother man. And Cheryl Arnold is joining us. Nice to have everybody on board this morning. Today I'm talking to Kristina Murrell and of course Sonny King coming out of North Carolina. There's so much talent that comes out of North Carolina. There really is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm fascinated by the amount of talent. In fact, I reckon North Carolina has more talent coming out of there than anywhere in the United States that we interview.
Wow. It's definitely becoming that kind of spot musically. You know, it was New York and it was L.A. Atlanta had a long run. I do believe North Carolina's up next, so it's a great time to be here right now.
You know, I'm right there with you. I think you do too. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today I'm joined by not only Sonny King, the man himself, but of course Kristina Murrell, the artist herself, and believe me, I'm loving her work, I really am. Now Kristina, I want you to explain this to me, No Days Without You, because believe me, we've had a lot of people wanting to know the story behind the lyrics.
No Days Without You, yeah, No Days Without You is like that kind of love. It's like you're actually your person. You found your person and you don't want to be away from them.
I get
like you're always there when, you know, when they go away and when y'all not close, you start feeling kind of sad. So it's just kind of like a daydreaming.
Yeah, and I just was told by my wife in the headphones going, she doesn't remember what it's like not to have you around. Thanks. It's nice. Excuse me. Shimmer Johnson is joining us, and Doug Falkins as well. Now, guys, I'm going to have to wrap it up right now, but I do have one tiny little request. Anything new in the near future?
Absolutely, man. We're going in the studio this weekend. We don't stop. We got more music coming. We got a few that's in the vault right now that's coming really soon. We are deciding if we're going to release an album this year, but we're going with the singles. We're getting a lot of good vibes, and everybody's loving the music. So we're enjoying putting out the singles, and we appreciate everything you're doing. I've been checking Spotify. I see that New Zealand is listening to a lot of our music. I can see y'all popping up from different countries out there. So thank you for everyone that's listening. Stay tuned. Look for us on some TV shows that's coming. Kristina has several singles out like right now that you played. Of course, So Good, No Days Without You, and Love Lessons. Love Lessons is fresh as new, and we're going to push that hard, and we hope to hear that on some TV shows and movies real soon coming to you.
You know, I have faith. I really do. You've got a superstar in Kristina, Sonny, and believe me, I think she's galactic. I really do. And I don't give that title to very many artists at all. So believe me, Kristina, please do not stop what you're doing, will you?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I can see you walking the red carpet in no time. I really can. And I can see Sonny following you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, I really can. So we'd love to have you guys back again. Would you consider coming back again?
Of course.
Brilliant, because believe me, I'm loving the relationship and loving following the careers, not only of Kristina, but of yourself as well, Sonny, because believe me, as an engineer, I have so much respect for your work. I really do.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Send me the address, man. I got a shirt for you.
Oh, you better. Believe me, I'm loving that idea. I really am. I hope it's a King shirt, and I hope there's an extra one in there giving the brand of Kristina Murrell as well.
Of course, absolutely. That's coming.
You know something? It works, literally, and I know that George is watching right now, George Prophet. People will be on the interwebby thing. They do watch these interviews, but at the same time, they're buying product. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Awesome. But in the meantime, don't go anywhere, folks, because believe me, very shortly, we're heading to Pittsburgh, is it? No, hold on, let me get this right. It's Pennsylvania. We're going to be catching up with Michael Bott coming out of Pennsylvania, 11:15 New Zealand Standard Time. If you can't make that, please join me and Barbara on The Breakfast Show tomorrow morning at between 5:30 and 10 o'clock in the morning, and guaranteed you're going to hear not only one but a couple of Kristina Murrells in my breakfast show. It happens. It really does. keep requesting her. Folks, thank you very, very much for joining me here at Galaxy. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to be able to talk to me, if you know what I mean. So I really appreciate that. Don't go anywhere just yet, because of course, you know, we're going to do a few photos, stuff like that, make a couple of cartoons. It's one of the few things that makes me look good, really, it is. In the meantime, we'll get back to the station. Here is the Beatles.
Galaxy.